Hamburgers.
All these windmills sure make the town feel pretty laid back.
True. This scenery is surprisingly relaxing. Is this a farmhouse?
Excuse me, would you happen to be Paul? That's right, who might you be? We're students from Thor's military academy. Father Zerbal requested that we come here to collect Imperial carrots. Oh, is that so? I'm pretty sure I set a batch aside for him. Can you wait a few minutes? Hey, sorry for the wait. Here you go. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen carrots this color before. Likewise, they certainly do seem nutritious though. Don't they? They're actually rare enough that people present them to the Imperial family as gifts. They are said to have medicinal properties on top of being nutritious too. So make sure you're careful while carrying them back. Understood. Leave it to us. That should be everything we need, right? Yeah, let's report back to Father Zerbal. I see you've returned with the ingredients. We have. Here you are, Father. Please, accept my thanks. Now I can get back to making the medicine. I'd like you to accept these as well, as a token of my appreciation. Thank you, Father. Did you happen to make these as well? That's correct. There's not much of it, but it should come in handy. Thank you for your concern. We'll make good use of them. Good luck with the remainder of your task, and may Idios grant you, or guidance be with you. It's supposed to be near the windmill in front of the nature park, right? This light doesn't appear to be working, which means that's probably the one Samus was referring to. Probably. Let's check the number on it. B02. Yep, this is the one. Alright, then we must enter the code, after taking care of our uninvited guests. What? Monsters. There sure are a lot of them. Guess those lights really work. We need to change that thing quick. Reen, can we entrust the task itself to you? Sure thing. The rest of you keep the monsters at bay while I make the switch. You can count on us. Okay, first things first. I need to input the code to open the maintenance hatch. Pretty sure it was... I thought they didn't make you memorize it. Oh well. I think it's this one. It opened. Now, let's get the new orbit light in place. Good thing I remembered it. Once again, my amazing memorization skills have come to play. I am so good at memorizing. Thank you so much for your help. Looks like things have finally calmed down. Thankfully, hard to believe how much of a difference those things make. You got that done in record time, Reen. Yes, I was expecting the process to take much longer. Well, it was pretty simple procedure, since I wasn't being harangued by monsters the whole time anyway. Still good job. And I guess that's a wrap. Yeah, now we just need to go report back to Samus. Hey there, I take it the job's done? It is. Allow us to give you a detailed report on it too. Reen explained what happened while they replaced the orbit light. We have the old orbit light here too. Thanks. I'll get this fixed up so it can be used again. Glad you're all safe after dealing with those monsters though. They were hardly a threat. We did take the request up knowing it could be dangerous after all. You military academy kids really are a tough group. Oh yeah, can't forget to give you your reward, can I? Are you sure we can take one of your quartz? Of course, you did some solid work, you know. Thanks for the help. Feel free to come along whenever you need me to give your orbments a checkup. This must be the farm that put out that monster extermination request. Should we go inside and ask for more details? Yeah, we might as well. Certainly better than just wandering around blindly until we find the thing. Agreed. We're here, so now's as good as time as any to introduce ourselves and ingratiate ourselves to the locals, I guess. That was a big word.
Wow, this farmhouse is huge.
Oh, look at the cows.
I just cut you. Sigh, the cows stink. Harvesting the crops is exhausting. Farm work is just the worst. Why did I have to be born into a family like this? What brings you here? If you're looking for my granddad, he's inside. There's a really scary monster that shows up near the highway. I can hear it in the middle of the night too. Now I'm too scared to sleep by myself at night. Aww. Tarim happens to be my nephew. He always comes along during the harvesting period every year to help out. He really is a hard worker. Coco gets right to work whenever he's here too. It really is a big help when he comes along. Hello, would you happen to be Cyro? We're here to take care of the monster that's causing issues here. As such, we'd like some further details on it. Oh, you are? I'm the man you're looking for then. While I did know that it would be students taking care of it, I wasn't aware that you had young ladies in your company. The rest of you are younger than I had expected too. Perhaps this request may be too dangerous for you after all. Thank you for your concern. However, there's no need to worry. All of us here have combat experience already. Indeed, this all serves as part of my training too, so please allow us to undertake the request. Well, if you insist. You'll come across a plateau of sorts if you proceed beyond here. That's where the monster tends to appear. It truly is a ferocious one, so much so that passing by the area is impossible as it attacks everything it sees. Do take care when approaching it. Right. Being careless with this one doesn't seem like an option. We'll have to be thoroughly prepared for it. Allow us to make our way there once our preparations are complete then. Yeah, let's give this everything we've got. Is that the monster we're looking for? It certainly seems to be. It looks pretty tough. What should we do? We don't really have any choice, do we? We have to kill it. It's causing problems for the farmers. Everyone, double check your equipment. We need to be prepared for whatever this thing might throw at us. Understood. Right.
Be careful, this one looks strong.
Go! Now's our chance!
An opening!
Right.
Yeah.
Keep it up, everyone.
I got it right.
I can do this.
My turn.
Oh, 0 arts, huh?
Go!
It's my turn.
0 arts, huh?
Let's go.
I've got you.
Go! All right, let's do this!
Yeah.
Right. Hi!
Oh crap. That means he's getting ready to do a thing.
Turn to flames! Burn!
But I don't... Okay, that interrupted. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember if I have it interrupt or not, but hers does.
Right.
And actually, I should armor break him.
Shatter. Off guard.
Go! Go!
That way he takes more damage. You take that damage.
Right.
My turn. Give it up, everyone.
Go!
Of course. Hey! Off guard.
Right.
See, her thing has impede, which interrupts
Turn
the
to
thing.
flames!
I forgot about that.
Burn!
I'm glad I remembered
My
it though.
turn.
Right.
Right. Ha!
Here we go. Now's our chance.
An opening.
It's my turn.
Actually, now I think about it, I think Reigns does it too. Let me look and see.
Here we go.
Here's a good opportunity to look and see. Yep, his is impede as well.
There.
Right. Shatter. Off guard.
I can do this. Fire! That takes care of them.
Yay!
I did it!
I did it.
I've only just begun.
That takes care of that. I don't know how we did it, but we won. It would have been even tougher if not for the power of combat links. I hate to admit it, but Arcus does seem to have a lot of potential. You hate to admit it, why? Never mind that. We should go tell the people at the farm that we took care of the monster they reported. Oh yeah. I hope they're pleased. Is something wrong, Laura? No, it's nothing. Let's go. Okay. Oh, I assume you've taken care of that monster? That's correct. Thank goodness. Thank you so much. Now we can finally begin harvesting again. I'll have to let the family know right away. You're welcome. I found myself surprised at how close this area is to Celtic, however. Wouldn't it have been much quicker to make a request to the provincial army instead? Well, it is admittedly close, but this area, and Celtic as a whole really, is on the very outskirts of the Croizon province. As such, the provincial army isn't very interested in aiding us. Ah. Yeah, that's not too hard to believe considering their attitude earlier. That certainly doesn't sit well with me. I probably shouldn't say any more on the matter. However, I do still owe you all your reward for this. Please, take these. That's really generous. Can we really have this much? Why, of course. We've got enough to last us here as it is. After all your help, it's the least I can do. I hope you enjoy them. These look great, thank you. Hehe. You don't get much fresher than this. I'm looking forward to digging in. I'm rather envious that you have the opportunity to eat such delicious food every day. Haha, that's one of the benefits of being a farmer. Unfortunately though, it's not all good. Things have been getting tougher lately, seeing as how goods are being imported so cheaply nowadays. Huh, I wasn't aware of that. Importing's become a much easier task now that the transcontinental railroad and intercontinental flights. Furthermore, more and more goods can now be legally imported as a result of the rising population. Come to think of it, I have noticed an increase in cheaper ingredients lately. Oh, my apologies. I shouldn't be wasting your time with all this. Regardless, you all have my thanks for today. Now we can move on to harvesting without any worries. Allow us to thank you too. We actually learned a lot from doing this request. Feel free to get in touch should anything else come up. Whew, guess that does it for all the mandatory tasks. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped. Same, I don't venture out onto the highways very often. The two of you sure seem okay though. Ha, well, my hometown is in the countryside too, so I'm kind of used to this. And with all the training Laura does, I imagine this is probably nothing for her. Indeed, I find this little exercise to be quite manageable. However... What is it? No, I'm sure it's nothing. I believe we should return to the inn now, should we not? Yeah, let's. I'm guessing Instructor Sarah is still there. We can give a report and also ask her a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies. That would definitely be good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow either. Alright then, let's head back to town. Don't give crap. The one paid. What's going on? It sounds like something's happening over at the market. There appears to be some manner of dispute occurring. I wonder what's up. Should we go take a look? Yeah, let's go and see. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it, so stop lying to me and vamoose. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way. There seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up his stall. The young merchant over there is local, while that merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot? How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the Providence's ruling lord. Oh, so for Celtic that would be... Ah. This isn't good. We must stop them. Who are you? Unhand me at once. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into a rage. Ugh. Ah. What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids, or your dog Scooby-Doo. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? We're students from Thor's Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. A military academy? Ugh, so they're a bunch of soldiers in training. What in Idios' name is happening here? Oh, now look what you've done. Manager Otto. I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time, too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I'll need to ask you both to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay, I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be fine now, though. Yeah, guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation. Though I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Oh? How did you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm the manager of Celtic's Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you. If you'd be so kind as to come along, I'll treat you to some tea. So you were responsible for choosing our assignments? Indeed. Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market? That's right, both of their permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually they agreed to a compromise where they would each make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. The other stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sales numbers. That's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issue of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. That's true, it's a lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Croizon province is ruled by Duke Alberea. One of the 4 most powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. Complicated? A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly. And with a larger percentage of their profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. I never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course! I've even gone to Bereahard numerous times to petition the Duke personally. But they always just drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market, or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions. But I will say that before all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So mediating arguments which threaten that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourself with it. You need to be focused on your field study. And I'll have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then? That's right, I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. And as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Alberea. The current head is Eustace's dad, right? So couldn't we ask Eustace for some help here? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Albereas represent one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses. Guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B's not getting anything done, as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B? Now? The town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Ah. Adios be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn, can she read minds or something? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night, in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too, I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed.
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling in Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Reen?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest. I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaves School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.